Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one it is Menace for the Amiga. And if you're thinking, hang on, hasn't he already done Menace? Well, you'd be right, except I did the Commodore 64 version, not the Amiga. Now, Amiga Menace, which was released by Psygnosis, but it actually appeared on the Psyclapse label. This came out in, I think, 87, it may have been 88. But this game was quite a milestone for Amiga games. It gave the programmers of, all other current Amiga games at the time, it gave them a sort of kick in their complacencies. Up until this point, most Amiga games would have the occasional feature in them that made them stand out above like the 8-bit machines. So they would have, like, you know, a small amount of speech somewhere, or they would have like a very small amount of digitized video somewhere. Take a look at Xenon, for example, there. But other than that, they didn't really have anything that had any kind of wow factor. This game then came along and completely changed that. Now, if you're wondering why the sound quality has suddenly nosedived, for some reason this game, the audio filters kick in and out, and it means that the audio quality goes right down the toilet sometimes. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, this game finally did bring a wow factor to the Amiga gaming. The audio was amazing, even the music was considered amazing. The fact that it had speech constantly throughout the game, okay, Gold Runner did that, but that was all it had. This had the speech throughout the game, it had great music, and it had graphics that blew everyone away. And they weren't just, you know, in places, you know, and very occasionally, they were there right from the start. If you weren't around at the time, you may be thinking I'm talking absolute bollocks when you look at the graphics now, but believe me, when this came out, it was revolutionary. I remember magazines like the Games Machine and I think even Zap 64, they would have, like, you know, full double-page articles just about Menace with loads of screenshots around, because the graphics just blew everyone away. Particularly the bosses. The one that really stood out was the boss for level 3. I'd be very pleased if I can get that far, but I highly doubt I will. Anyway, let's get a game underway, and so we start at the Sea of Commodore, which you've seen in the demo. So first your ship launches from this large mothership, which always reminds me of a woodlouse, and the audio improves again, and we get the new tune. Right, here we go. So you start off with this rather sort of like pea shooter weapon. You shoot the power up that gets left behind to change what it will give you. So I've got the cannon, but now I have the laser, but none of them are powered up yet. I have to get those power-ups again in order to actually be able to use these weapons, which is what I want to do. Right, I'll get the cannon. Now each power-up only lasts a certain amount of time. Fuck that up, I wanted to get another power up there, so bollocks, I got the speed up. Well, the speed up's not exactly, you know, a wasted power up, it is handy. My cannons have run out. But I seriously need to get some more of these power-ups because I do not want to reach the boss with, you know, no decent weapons. Right, so now I have cannons and the lasers both, which will help no end. Oh bollocks, I got force field. I hit it too many times, so I'm trying to get the outriders. Right, so I got one outrider. You get two of the outriders, they basically attack, well you can see what they do, they attach themselves to your ship. Okay, nowhere near getting enough of those, and fuck that up. Now you do only get one life, as well, if you've seen the review of Commodore 64 version of this game, you'll already know. But
Speed up.
that's the second speed up. But you don't get killed the moment you hit anything. You I had to get that because I'm now approaching the boss and I didn't have any lasers or power any kind of power-ups left. Now, unlike the Commodore 64 version, you don't get your shields replenished when you finish a level, so you've got to make sure you take as few hits as possible. You also don't want to hang around with this boss because it will start going a bit mad and firing a lot of extra shots at you. Anyway, that's the level 1 boss done, which means I got further here than I did on the Commodore 64 version. I'd say the Commodore 64 version is a lot more difficult. The Amiga version is, well, I won't say easy, but it's easier. So anyway, now we've got, I forgot actually the name of this level. I'm back down to my pea shooter weapon. I really wanted a bit more than that. Oh Jesus. I think I took a bit more damage to my shields there. Alright, so I got the second outrider, but my shields are very low. I really could do with getting my shield sorted out. Hopefully I can do it. Oh god, I'm really fucking this up. It's Outrider again. My shields are almost out. Last time I played this I managed to get to the boss. Actually no, I got past the boss of this level. I got to I got partway through level 3. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. Oh bollocks. Well, I've got a full array of power-ups, but don't have the shields, and they are what I badly need. Another speed up. I guess it will come in somewhat handy, but oh Jesus, I fucked up there. And that's game over. Oh, didn't do as well as I did in my warm-up go yesterday, where I got to level 3. But anyway, I mean, that is Menace. So graphically it's superb. Audio is pretty good. The music hasn't really stood the test of time, but everything else has come out pretty well. And gameplay wise, yeah, okay, compared to a lot of shoot 'em ups, it doesn't have a huge amount in it, but I think because the difficulty level is nowhere near as high as it was in the Commodore 64 version, it does make it somewhat enjoyable because you are able to progress in this game. And you can progress pretty well. I mean, I am by no means a shoot 'em up expert, and yet I was very close to the boss of level 2. And as I say, yesterday, my one warm-up go, I got part way through level 3. So for me, I think the difficulty level is fine because it means you can actually, progress during the, progress through the game, and not be frustrated with getting fuck all nowhere, like R-Type or Z-Out. So I would score the Amiga version of Menace 7 out of 10. It's, it hasn't stood the test of time in terms of gameplay. In fact, in terms of gameplay, it wasn't really great when it first came out. It was all the polish that really wowed everybody. And but it's not a bad blaster to come back to every now and then because it looks great, and the difficulty level allows you to get somewhere. Though it's not, a breeze. It's not like you can just, like walk through it. And so yeah, I don't mind this game at all. So 7 out of 10 for Menace. That brings this review to an end, and we shall see you at the next one.